Okay, so let's start with pitching grips and obviously with your main pitches and how you hold them.
This is four seam, just normal traditional four seam. Well, I kind of have my fingers a little wider than normal. I get on the side of the ball, so if I get here, it kind of turns into a slider. Here's a two seam, same thing, kind of wide on the grip. This is my slider, like that. It kind of tuck the thumb under. I just try to throw it like a fastball. Sometimes when it sucks, I change it to this grip. Just depends, I guess. I'll go curveball for strike like this. And then I'll go curveball 2 strikes. If I want it like a little harder and sharper, I'll just do this. Yeah, it's like that.
Okay, so tell me which pitch of your secondary pitches took the longest to really master?
I think it changes often, I guess. I've always thrown a curveball and always been able to throw it. Like sometimes I can't, I guess it's start to start, but I threw it in high school and it was like one of my better pitches. So I've had it for a long time. The slider is probably the most like fickle. Like it kind of goes in and out, especially this year. The hardest you said to throw, I'd say right now, probably my slider.
Which one did you master last? Meaning,
mastered last.
Finally got to master this pitch.
I don't know if I've mastered any of them, to be honest. Mastered last slider is because it's like I started throwing it in 21, so it's like the newest pitch, or probably maybe that one last.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So when you're watching somebody pitch, is there somebody that you like to watch on other teams to say, you know what, I might be able to grab something from this guy right here?
I think I like just watching dudes that have done it for a long time. I think the only thing I really like to watch for like older dudes or people in general is like the time it takes in between pitches. Like you can kind of see certain dudes who are like thinking and like letting the outcomes or the hits or walks or whatever kind of like dictate their pace of the game. And I think for the most part, when I watch guys who are more veterans or just good or have success in the league, it's kind of like each pitch in between pitches is the same. They're in like a rhythm, and the guy gets on, nothing really changes, maybe a little bit quicker to the plate, but it just kind of seems like their plan is always intact. They're not fazed by whatever happens. And I think a good example is like Kirsch. When he's out there, he's just always in a rhythm, like arms up, arms down, go. And he doesn't really feel like, I don't feel like he tinkers at all. He kind of like knows what he wants to do.
National League, do you wish you could still hit?
Yes, I do. I really enjoyed hitting. I liked hitting with the Pirates because I was so bad at pitching. Like I felt like I was participating and helping by hitting kind of a little bit. Like they'd pinch run me sometimes. I hit pretty good. I hit like 294 one year. I only had like 18 at bats, but I just liked breaking up because it was at the time when I was hitting, I was not pitching well. So it was like, all right, I can take my mind off of it and just go hit a little bit. And I think it's one of those win-wins. Like you're not supposed to be good. So it's like you strike out. It's like, all right, you're supposed to strike out. You get a hit. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like you can't really lose in that situation. And I was fast and I just liked running the bases. So I kind of liked it.
Most memorable at bat, you remember yourself?
I was in AAA. I hit a triple. That was pretty cool. It was like a super far outside fastball. And I hit it down the line. Or no, I hit it into right center. And they were playing me in and I ran a triple. And I came around second. My legs were like jello. It was so weird. I just got so quick out of the box. I had so much adrenaline. And I just had this huge wide turn. And I run a ton, like especially back then. And for some reason, when I got down to like third, I was just like so wiggly and wobbly. But I'd say that in AAA and then like a big league at bat. I don't know. I had an RBI single up the middle. That was cool. Getting an RBI, it was cool.
Bullpen sessions compared to 6-7 years ago today, how much different are they?
They're different. It depends. Like some guys don't want to hear about it. I think more guys are open to it now, but I think a lot of it is like if you're just going out to have a bullpen to like get ready and feel good, that's all you really need to do. Some guys don't go into all the iPad stuff. I think I used to throw a lot more, I'd say, when I was younger, just because I'm trying to practice. You only have so much time, and I think now I have more of an idea of what I want to do. And like, if I don't feel great in a bullpen, it's like it's a bullpen. It's fine. Like we'll fix it throughout the week.
You talk about the iPad. If I go on my iPad, I want to find who you look like as a hitter. Who should I go look like? Who did you imitate?
I don't know. I was just gangly left-hander. Like I don't like
lefty.
Yeah, I'm a lefty. So I don't know, dude. Someone who's long and has a weird swing. I have a decent looking swing, but like I wasn't a good hitter. But yeah, I don't know. I'd have to think about that. Who's a long gangly lefty?
We'll find one. Daryl Strawberry.
I am sure he probably looks a lot better than I do, but we'll check it out. I don't know. Yeah.
All right. Do you ever pinch yourself saying, I'm actually at Dodger Stadium playing for the Dodgers when all the trips that you took here as a youngster?
Yeah, it happens quite a bit. And like, I always remind myself a lot of times in the dugout if I'm like stressed or even if I'm not stressed, I'm just sitting here. It's like, this is so crazy. Even going today, we did like the whole ice cream thing with everyone and like walking around the tunnel and like seeing a different perspective of the stadium. I'm like, I remember coming here as a kid and like, I always get reminded a lot just sitting in the dugout. especially too after like a good start or something, and you're sitting there just hanging out. It's like, this is so wild that I'm sitting in here playing. Because I used to come to games and watch dudes play, and it would be Sunday, and I'd have to go to school Monday and just be so jealous. So like now I don't have to go to school. I get to play baseball. It's like I'm living my dream.
My teacher wife, now retired, wants to know what kind of students were you?
Not a good
Front
one.
row?
No, not really. I was a big, like, couldn't pay attention. I got fine grades. I had, like, not great. I think I graduated like a 3.1 GPA, like a cumulative, which is like A's and C's around there. It's like a B average, technically. I wasn't that great. I knew I just had to get good enough grades for baseball, and like I just needed to get like decent grades. I was never like above and beyond in the classroom. It was hard for me to pay attention. School was so boring. Like waking up to go to school was just my nightmare. But I loved the social aspect in baseball and like my friends, but I hated sitting in class. It was like the hardest thing ever to like sit and pay attention to things I didn't want to do. That was tough.
Thinking about baseball and food.
Yeah,
going out.
I daydreamed a lot, and like I would draw and like listen to music and just talk all the time and get kicked out of class. And I was that guy. That was what I usually did. I was kind of like the class clownish a little. Probably some people probably thought it was annoying. It just depends who you ask, but yeah, I was always cool with all my teachers, but school wasn't my thing.
When did you know? What age? Hey, you know what? Baseball could be like my future. When do you realize that? And like, I'm taking it seriously.
I think I always had like a delusional thing when I was a kid, even when I was not very good at baseball. Like when I was in 7th to like 10th grade, I was not good. I was like going through growth spurts, and like a lot of guys didn't think I was going to make my freshman team just because I was gangly and weird. And I think people had an idea I would throw hard eventually, but I wasn't very good when I was young. And I still was like delusional, just like, I'm going to be a pro baseball player. Like always believed it. And then I think when it got like real though, it was probably senior year of high school, senior year, I started throwing like 86 to 90. And I was like, oh, I'm like growing into myself. And like, I think I could do this. And pro teams started talking to me. And then it was like, all right, like, I think this is actually like a possibility for me.
Most popular question is, how long has the hair been growing?
A lot. I don't know. I started, I had short hair in 19, started growing out in 20. I think I still had short hair in 20. Or no, was it long? I don't know. I don't remember. Around 20, but it's been since like 6 years. So I don't remember technically how long it took from like 19 to. We could look at video, I guess. I don't know.
You guys can find it.
Something. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
You're a world traveler. Favorite spot in the world away from the U.S.?
Oh, it just depends. I really enjoyed Thailand a lot. That was always really cool. I liked Peru a lot. That's probably one of my favorite places. We went to like Machu Picchu and stuff, just that whole like Aguas Calientes, all those towns there. I really like that. And the easy answer, which is actually probably the one I'll go with, is anywhere in Mexico. I've been all over Mexico. I just love it so much. Like we'll go to Rosarito, Ensenada for like little surf trips and stuff. And then I've been to like Mexico City. I've been all like Cabo, all the normal places in Mexico. But something about Mexico I just love. I'm just a huge fan.
Well, the youngsters, we can go forward, but anyways. 6'8". It's not easy being 6'8". It's not easy being 5'9", by the way.
Okay.
Either.
Yeah. Nice.
But what do you recommend to players, athletes that have to coordinate so many things in your body to align right at a young age? What would you tell them?
I'd say just give it just be patient. Try I'd say lifting. It depends on like the formula exactly for who you're talking to, because there's some really gangly tall dudes that maybe shouldn't lift as much if they're like tight wound. I'm very like hypermobile, so lifting has always been helpful for like my stability. So it's like trying to find the right formula. But I would say for me, what I struggled with was like it was always so hard to line up that I would think about it so often, and like I would go in the weight room, do all my stuff, was a pretty good movement guy, would lift well, and then I would get on the mountain when things weren't. I would just think too much. I would be unathletic because I was thinking so much about how to make everything on time. I'd say the best bet is to, no matter what, like in a bullpen, you can think a little bit, give yourself 5 to 7 pitches to like, all right, I'll tinker around a little bit, but then find a time to like separate from it and just think of nothing, just be athletic, and then try to hit the glove wherever it's set up. Just be as athletic and have as much fun as you possibly can, and that usually would always time me up a lot better.
It's my dude. Great job, man. Thanks for the message.
Yeah, appreciate it, dude. Thank you for having me.